Broadcasting live from the True Crime Today studios to the world. This is Murder in the Morning with Tony Bruschi and Stacey Cole.
From the Hit Killers Podcast, Murder in the Morning.
There's a lot of cases where the sentencing is just not appropriate. I think, well, this one only up to a 31-year prison sentence for what he did. And take a listen to this. California man facing that 31-year-old prison sentence after pleading guilty to multiple charges related to a horrific attempted murder-suicide in which he drove off a cliff with his 2-year-old twin daughters in June of 2020. Robert Bryans, 51, admitted to charges of attempted murder, kidnapping, burglary, child abuse, and domestic violence during a court hearing on Friday, August 9th. According to reports from the San Diego Union-Tribune, Fox 5, and NBC 7, his guilty plea is part of a deal that resulted in other charges being dropped in exchange for a lesser sentence. Some things I don't think you shouldn't be able to plead to some things. It's just to be like, nope, you're going to face all of this. We don't care about your pleading. You are a detriment to society. The terrifying incident occurred in the early hours of June 13th, 2020, when Brian's wife frantically called the San Diego Sheriff's Department, reporting that her husband had taken their twin daughters and was threatening to kill them by driving off a cliff. Authorities responded quickly, and within hours, they located Brian and his truck at the bottom of a cliff in San Diego. The twins were just 2 years old at the time. They were rescued by Officer Jonathan Weiss, who described the scene to NBC7, saying, quote, he had both girls. He was holding them and trying to tread water, but they were all going under. One was awake and crying. The other one was pretty lifeless. One of the girls suffered severe injuries, including brain damage, as confirmed by authorities during a preliminary hearing. Brian's actions were premeditated, as evidenced by the disturbing text messages he sent his wife shortly before driving off the cliff. And one of the messages he chillingly wrote, the girls are going to heaven and I'm going to hell to wait for you.
Jesus. Oh, my God. What do you do if you get a text like that?
Well, she did. She called the police. I mean, she did the right thing. I mean, I'd be running and searching, too. He also posted a message on Facebook just minutes before the attempted murder stating, tonight, I'm sending my babies to heaven. Following the incident, Brian was arrested and initially pled not guilty to the charges, like you do. However, after years of legal proceedings, he accepted a plea deal on August 9th of 24, acknowledging his guilt in exchange for a reduced sentence. The girl's mother has been a central figure throughout the investigation and court proceedings, expressed her relief during the hearing, saying, thank you for the closure. The legal process shed light on the severity of the situation and the premeditated nature of Brian's actions. Authorities revealed that after taking the children, Brian exchanged angry text messages with his wife, outlining his plan and making it clear that he intended to harm both his daughters and himself. In addition to the text messages, Brian's Facebook post, which was made just minutes before the tragic event, further demonstrated his intent. What a traumatic incident. There's a GoFundMe page set up for the girls. It was set up shortly after the incident, indicated that they were receiving care that they needed and were showing signs of improvement. He faces up to 31 years in prison for his crimes. Well, that'll make him, 80-something if he survives?
Yeah. And the kids, when they grow up, do they ever have contact with their dad who tried to kill them?
I would hope not.
I would hope not, too. Ugh. What a disgusting story. And the woman, what was she enduring before all this went down? You don't just, wake up in the middle of the night and go, I'm going to kill my kids and myself and threaten my wife. No, there must have been a horrific past there.
I can't imagine. Yeah. There was probably something very horrible that led to this. I don't know if this, I don't know enough about this to go, was this, did he snap, that sort of a thing? Or, was this just kind of par for the course with a very vindictive, selfish, narcissistic type individual?
Wasn't there a San Diego guy, like an anesthesiologist that drove off of a cliff too? This isn't the same guy.
I don't know the answer to that.
I'm going to see if I can find that. Dad who drove. Oh, I'm sorry. It is him.
Oh,
This is okay. So we've been following this case. We have done this story before. We did this about, I want to say, a year ago.
okay.
Yeah, we totally did this story. Yeah, he was abusive to his wife. And I want to say he was an anesthesiologist. I'm not finding what he did for a living. But I think he was some sort of medical professional.
Sounds like a lovely individual.
He does.
Let's take a look at Robert Bryan's. Do we have an image of him anywhere? He looks like a fucking douche.
He looks like there might be some issues there.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, just by honestly, just by looking at him, he kind of, there's something not right going on with that individual.
Yeah. I need to find out what he did for a living because my brain is telling me that he's absolutely a medical professional. Like it was making me wonder, dude, what's going on in your world? You know, you've got this wonderful career and shit goes sideways. Why? What happened?
I don't know. Let me see here.
Trying to find it, and I just can't figure out what he did. But I suppose people snap.
Oh, they do. He worked as a truck driver, apparently.
Well, then I wonder what I'm thinking of. Maybe there's another one.
Let me ask if ChatGPT knows that for sure. Oh, no, it doesn't. It made it up.
Oh, no.
It says, I said, do you know that for sure? It says, I apologize for the mistake. I don't have specific verified information about Robert Bryan's occupation. So you just make shit up? Question mark. Let's see what it says to that. I sincerely apologize for my incorrect information earlier. It was a mistake, and I understand your frustration. My goal is to provide accurate and helpful responses, and I take it seriously when that doesn't happen. Then
no, you don't.
Don't
I
make
bitch at
shit up.
ChatGPT all the time. Like I tell it, I asked you to do something and you didn't listen to me. You were worse than a 4-year-old child.
Can only imagine. It would be really entertaining to read your ChatGPT logs because I can only imagine the amount of abuse that you give ChatGPT.
And I do. I've told you that. I get my frustrations out on ChatGPT, so I don't do it to anybody else in my life because I can get a little frustrated. And I don't want it lying to me. Like if I tell it to spell something correctly and then it misspells it, I go back at it and go, no, I told you this 4 times in the last 20 minutes how to spell this. Why are you doing it wrong? So maybe I'd be a terrible parent. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever talk to a human that way, but I know it's a computer program and I really don't give a shit. However, if the computers do somehow come to life, I'm probably one of the first ones to go. They're coming.
You know, I think you're probably right.
Let's be honest. Nothing kills the thrill of a good murder mystery like a commercial for laundry detergent. It's like someone slapping a closed sign on your favorite dive bar. But you're not here for that, are you? You're here for the good stuff. So ditch the ads and upgrade to True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. With True Crime Today Premium Plus, you get your crime straight. No chaser. Commercial free with extended interviews and early access. It's like getting the bartender's special when the bar's already closed. Search for True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe and drink it all in.